I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
If I was going to write a book that was true, and I was going to write a book that was honest, and I was going to have to write about myself in very, very negative ways.
All right, Pamela, I am thrilled to talk to you, and I promise you that is not a lie, but you wouldn't be surprised if it was, because basically you're saying that we are truly deceptive people, aren't we?
Lying's as old as breathing. We've been lying since we were 6 months old. Babies will fake a cry, wait till their mother comes, and then go back to crying. Think about George Washington saying, "I cannot tell a lie." We can all tell a lie. Everyone lies every day.
Well, let's put a number on it. I mean, how many doozies do we tell every day? 10, 20?
Some of the research will tell you that we are told as many as 200 lies a day. Wow! And even on the low end of the research, which we studied, the lowest end was about 10 lies a day. So even if you're getting about 10 high-stakes lies a day, white lies aside, that's a lot of lying.
That is a lot of lying. How does it break down by gender? Do men lie more than women do?
You can't really say men lie more than women, but it does turn out that men lie more about themselves.
Men sort of embellish their salary, they make their job seem more important than it really is.
Oh, when I was working at that bank, when I was senior vice president, I had 60 people working for me.
And it's costly. Lying costs our employers a lot of money. It costs us a lot of money.
Deception is serious business. Last year saw $994 billion in corporate fraud alone. That's an eyelash under $1 trillion. That's quite serious.
I guess it makes sense that you can detect a lot of this through body language, right? I mean, just by staring at me, you can sort of tell whether I'm lying or not when I'm telling a story.
In the book, I train people both in statement analysis, what people say that can be deceptive, as well as how they act deceptively with their bodies.
Head nodding. For example, if I'm looking at you and I say, "Wow, that necklace, Pamela, looks gorgeous," I'm saying it looks great, but I'm shaking my head that it doesn't.
That's right. That's an obvious tell. And on liespotting.com, our website, we show Hillary Clinton and John Edwards in some great instances where they are nodding their head and saying no.
Happy to take a paternity test and would love to see it happen.
You say that most people tend to cover their eyes in some way when they're being deceptive. Show it to me. How do you mean?
They might slump down a little, look down, rub their eyes, lower their voice, soften their voice. Their blink rate might shift significantly. They're in the middle of processing what it is they're going to say, because what liars do is they rehearse their story, but they rarely rehearse their gestures.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Pamela.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.